What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from 12 tribes on Earth. 8 ounces of oily goodness with a nozzle that prevents sprays and spills, and soft ingredients that make it perfect addition to anyone's morning routine. From coconut to castor, all these oils are hand chosen. After using this herbal blend, the biggest thing I noticed is how soft and how strong my hair was, and how good I feel. Pick up your bottle today and make your beard the star of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Homan, he seems to be probably the only qualified person that Donald Trump picked for his cabinet. At least that's how it appears. He is requesting funds so that he can set up 100,000 beds for deportation plans. So they said they are going to hit the ground running on this thing, and it sure appears that way. You know, now I did see a story a few days ago that Tom Homan was in, I think he was in Chicago, but he was talking to Republicans about coming in there and deporting people. And they already said if these mayors get in the way, they'll arrest them. And man, that would be a sight to see, wouldn't it? At least I think so. So let's get into this one, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and show a video that recently was done on CNN where Tom Homan did an interview.
On what this looks like, because one thing I've heard you say repeatedly is mass deportations doesn't mean tanks going down streets or huge sweeping raids. I think of what a lot of people might have in mind. You said the idea of building concentration camps is, quote, ridiculous. We have heard other people talk about large staging facilities, Stephen Miller, for example, who you'll be working with. On this and what this looks like when it's carried out, do you have any red lines of where you do not want to go to carry out the pledge to deport mass amounts of people?
Look, this operation, me and Steve Miller, there's no daylight between me and Steve Miller. He was the architect of some of the most significant, successful border policies in the history of this nation. President Trump had unprecedented success during his first administration. But look, we're going to build detention facilities because, again, this is a massive deportation operation. Let me explain why it's a massive deportation operation. Millions of people enter this country illegally, claiming asylum. Secretary Mayorkas has said under oath numerous times, for those who don't qualify for asylum, they'd be immediately moved. Of course, he didn't do it, so we're going to do it. But people need to understand, the people come to the border to claim asylum, based on immigration court data over the last decade, 9 out of 10, nearly 9 out of 10 people who claim asylum will get an order removal. So when they lose that case, we'll give them the due process. They can make an asylum claim. We'll take them to a judge. But when a judge says they're leaving, they have to leave, because we don't, like I said, then what the hell are we doing? Just shut down immigration court doesn't mean anything more, and take the border patrol off the border because there's no consequences. We're going to enforce the law, and to do that, we're going to have teams out throughout the country arresting these targets. We got to build detention facilities to hold these people, so we're going to remove them. But there will be a well-targeted enforcement operation.
Well-targeted enforcement operation. And you said that starts on day one that Trump takes office. I do want to just revisit, though, if you want to carry out this mass deportation and you want to start it on day one, just about a little over a month from now, but you don't have a target number in mind, can you explain how that works to me?
The target number is arresting as many people as we can possibly arrest with the resources I have. So, for instance, we already discussed we had over 700,000 illegal aliens in this country with a criminal conviction. They're priority one. These criminal gangs like Tren de Agua and MS-13, they're a priority. National security threats, they're a priority. So the goal is for the ICE officers and other agencies who's going to assist them to arrest as many targeted priority aliens as possible. Here's the problem, though. In sanctuary cities, we can't arrest a criminal in the jail because they won't let us in the jail. So that forces us to go to the neighborhood, which means instead of one agent arresting a bad guy in the jail, we got to send a whole team to the neighborhood. And what happens there? We're going to find others that are non-priority criminals. But guess what? They're going to be arrested too because immigration officers aren't going to be told to walk away from somebody here illegally like this Biden administration has done. So sanctuary cities is going to get exactly what they don't want. You don't want to arrest a bad guy in the safety and security of the jail. Okay, put ICE officers at great risk to go in the community to arrest this person who has access to what weapons, and they're going to end up arresting more collateral arrests because they have forces in the community.
That 700,000 number, are you confident that you'll be able to deport all of those people?
That's my goal.
But are you confident you'll be able to complete that goal?
I'm confident in the men and women of ICE. They're very good at this, and we're going to arrest as many criminals and gang members as we can find. If we can't find them tomorrow, we'll find them the next day. This operation isn't going to stop. We got 4 years to do this operation, and we'll continue our focus on those with public safety threats, national security threats, then fugitives, then the rest of the people who are not off the table. If you're in the country legally, you got a problem.
Well, y'all, you're going to have to tell me what you think about this. I think in order for them to want to build these detention centers and get beds, they plan on moving a lot of people. 100,000 beds, that's a lot, you know? And he said they were going to move people throughout the entire 4 years Donald Trump is in office. And yeah, I think they're serious. I think they have heard the complaints from a lot of people out here that want these folks gone, and people are still angry over these sanctuary cities and states that just gave away so much funding to these illegals that never paid one dime of tax money into the system, and they are fed up and had enough, and not to mention the gangs that have been spreading throughout the country. That is a problem, and that is one thing he did address. He said he want to get the gangs out of here too. And I'm sure in Chicago, they just love hearing that. New York too. Yeah, the crime and everything Joe Biden and Kamala tried to downplay, with these illegals, that bothered a lot of people as well. Well, they have no more control over what's about to happen. So, listen, y'all, you're going to have to tell me what you think in the comment section about what Tom Homan said in this interview. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.